So, Asuka, I think she is being greatly affected by the system changes. So, from what we know from the Tekken talk for season 2, we know that from crouching, you can step both ways. Now, why this is pretty bad for Asuka is because of Denmark 3. Denmark 3 has been her main low poke for forever, right, since she debuted. So Denmark 3, one strong thing about Denmark 3 is the force crouch property. Now, as some of you might know, when you put opponents into crouch, they cannot step in one direction. So Asuka's Denmark 3 is weak to side step right. However, if she hits you with Denmark 3 while you're on player 1 side, you cannot step another Denmark 3, which was an extremely strong thing that she had. So she was able to use Denmark 3 to clip your movement, reduce your movement options, and bully with Denmark 3 loops. So all she had to worry about after Denmark 3, if you're on player 2 side, was if you mashed after Denmark 3, I would get counter hit, right? Or if you backdash, but usually Denmark 3 would still hit your backdash anyway because of the range. But now, with the FC change that you can step in both directions, you can now step both ways on both sides, which is a big nerf for Denmark 3. Now, I think they did this change because of the online side choosing thing, right? You know, it's hard to tell if what side they're on, so it's hard to use force crouch property online, right? But I feel like they just get rid of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to remove the force crouch property, which has been a thing in Tekken like forever, just to suit this online environment of random slet side or whatever. Just remove that and keep the force crouch property. If you wanna pick a side, do like a coin flip online or something before Ren starts. Coin flip a side or something, you know. But anyway, it was a very big nerf to Denmark 3. So I really hope they improve Denmark 3 in some way. You know, maybe they make it a bit quicker. Maybe they could make the counter rate knockdown. They need to do something in Denmark 3 because that's a huge nerf. Again, just to preface everything I'm saying, she could get really good changes. I'm just talking about the system changes and how they impact her. Obviously, she could get amazing balance changes for herself. So I'm just saying this in context of only the system changes. Power crush engagers are gone. Again, this is a totally fair change. Like, I agree. They're stupid. They shouldn't be there. It's way easy to shift the momentum back onto the opponent, heal yourself, get free chip damage, whatever, right? It's a good change, but it is still a nerf for Asuka. Because this is one of the better power crushing engagers in the game. Because it's fast, it has good range, so taking this away was a big deal for the character, right? But it is universal, but it is also big for her. So they replaced it with 4-2-1 Heat Engager. This could be really good because this is quite strong combos, so maybe it's fine, but this is still a nerf, like a significant one as well. The other thing they did was Heat Dash into Crouch, so this doesn't really benefit Asuka. It benefits some characters like Yoshimitsu, Slide's characters, Anna coming up, but Asuka doesn't really benefit from this at all, so because I have them up +2 from standing anyway, and I have strong mids from standing anyway, so I don't need to be in Crouch coming in from Heat Engager, so that doesn't really like benefit Asuka. Reduce chip damage in Heat, so Asuka, she can struggle against turtles. She can struggle against people who move against her, right? Like, move away from them, 1+2. And Denmark 3, as well as the nerf to Denmark 3 with the removal of Crouch property. She relied on Heat, right? So, she relied on Heat to do chip damage to the opponent. She relied on Heat to stack on some kind of offense, right? So, because of her weak lows, chip damage was really important for the character, right? Now again, this is a universal change, but it does affect some characters more than others, and it definitely affects Asuka more than most. So, again, it's a good change, it's a healthy change, and they're probably going to give Asuka something to compensate, but for now, it is a pretty big nerf. She does a lot of chip damage with this +11 move, right? And then she can do 4-1 afterwards. So, the chip damage is really, really stacking on, right? But this is going to be nerfed, which is going to make her have to take more risks with Demo plus 2 to successfully open up the opponent. Because she doesn't have safer mix-ups like most characters do. She doesn't have strong low pokes like most characters do. So she kind of needs a chip damage unironically, but that's being taken away a bit. So, and the other system change they had was Ren Stop Buffer and Side Step Buffer. This could be a nice change for Asuka because it means that this will be easy to do now. So this should be easier to do because of the Side Step Buffer. I don't know if they're going to nerf this in exchange for making it easier, but that does benefit her a little bit as long as they don't nerf the follow-ups. But yeah, in general, I think she's been heavily affected by the system changes. Maybe the single most affected character in the game. Like, by all the changes, because they nerfed her. Then back 3, they took away the power because she's engager. The heat dash into full crouch doesn't really like do anything for her. The reduced chip damage in heat is pretty big for her because she's all about anyway gusto chip damage. So, in my opinion, again, she's the most effective character by all these system changes. But again, they could give her something really nice in exchange. So, let's see what Season 2 says.